Hey everyone, I just read How to Train Your Dragon by Cressida Cowell, and it was fun. I've got to be honest though, I think I preferred the more mature take on the story from the first DreamWorks film. It's a book about Hiccup, the son of a Viking chief on the cusp of becoming a young man who must take and train a dragon for himself in order to be accepted by the village, or else face exile forever. The pros? There's a lot of good humour in this book. For example, the eponymous and in-universe tome, How to Train Your Dragon, which, after all that build-up, consisted of a single page instructing the reader to yell really loudly at the monster, and Hiccup's father being so offended at how useless that information is that he actually decides to write a complaint to the author. There were a bunch of abrupt, funny jokes like that. The Green Death was a great antagonist. I especially liked the first confrontation between it and Hiccup, where it acts as a kind of mentor figure, while also promising to eat him the next time they meet. And the way it keeps just not being bothered by the attempts to remove him from Burke, I just really enjoyed his character. And I enjoyed how the book provides a kid-friendly spectrum of dynamics between men. A couple of the kids were bullies, and a couple of the adults were a bit clueless, but there were also a bunch of both willing to put their differences aside in order to back Hiccup's plan when push came to shove, despite appearing to be toxic in one way or another earlier on. And I thought it was really well done. The cons? As a counterpoint to my enjoyment of the humour in this book, there was also a lot of gross-out comedy to do with bodily fluids and things like that, and I just don't find that kind of stuff amusing. It put me off the book whenever it showed up. I'm not really a fan of the art style used in the illustrations. I understand it's meant to resemble a kid's drawings, and there are a couple of designs that I really liked, but on the whole I didn't really click with it, especially given a couple of pictures show off Cressida Cowell's talents in more traditional styles, which I'm always going to prefer. And the Green Death aside, I just didn't like how the dragons could talk, which is definitely a nitpick, but it's also because I did not enjoy their style of dialogue, and it also made Toothless into a really unlikable character. I think the movie made the right decision to change that aspect of the story. I'm definitely not the target audience for this kind of book, but I enjoyed it for what it was. I don't think there's much here for adults, but if you know a kid who's obsessed with dragons, I'd give it a recommend. Fans of the movie might be surprised at how different it is though, so just keep that in mind. And I'm giving How to Train Your Dragon a B. What did you think of the book? Let me know in the comments down below, and while you're there, why not leave a suggestion for what I should read next? I promise I'll get to it eventually. If you liked the review and want to see more, please like, subscribe, and share the video around. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.